Here we are, ready to head off for a trip into South Australia. We don't know how long we'll be away or where we'll get to. We're heading towards the Eyre Peninsula and we'll go on from there. First night we camped at Burra Gorge, and this is down in the gorge. We're going to see if we can find some water. It's not looking good at the moment. Found some bulrushes, so they usually grow in water. We'll walk up a bit further. Well, we found some water. It looks quite deep too.
Is this where they swim sometimes?
Oh, it could be where they swim, yeah. There's a log in there. You'd want to watch what you were doing with it.
Nice area, actually.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
You can hear the wind in the trees today. Hope we sleep well tonight. But you can see how nice a gorge it is. And not a great deal of people here. There is a few. We had no problems finding a spot. Pit toilets. Pretty impressive burl in this tree. The gums here are fantastic. They're big. Some of the biggest ones you'd see around. And there is some that are bigger along the Murray, but these are pretty good. A little running creek here, or the same creek actually. Running towards the waterhole that we had a look at earlier. This tree in front of us looks dead, but it's got live branches on it. Is Helen for scale on one of the trees. After having a quick walk around Burra Gorge, as we're coming back to our caravan, we noticed these two galahs having a feed just in front of the van. Here's our camp at Burra Gorge. After leaving here we went on to Cow. We stayed the night there, also a cheap free camp. We just got to Arno Bay and we're going to take a walk out onto the pier and just have a look out there. This is all new, it's a walk through to the beach. Doesn't look to be much sea out there, but it's making a good sound. Arno Bay Beach. And there's the pier over there. Looking out across the pier. Arno Bay. If you take the road down past the pub, you'll come across two walks along the creek. Both good walks to do. We only did one this time. This one is an easy boardwalk and it has places to stop and if it's sunny and cool off in the shade. Here's some pig face growing just off the boardwalk as we go along, and some little yellow plants there, I don't know what they are. On the way you see interpretive signs such as this one. This one is on the Osprey. As you walk along the platform, there's little extended areas that you can go fishing off, I guess when the tide's in, because it appears to be going out at this stage. Little bait board there. so you can cut your bait up on. Make it easy for you. Out to our right at the moment there's an osprey tower or platform for the osprey to breed on. We'll zoom in on it. Have a look at it a bit closer. These are to give the osprey somewhere that's protected to nest. This little creek runs into the main river or creek, whatever it is, over further, and it seems to go right out onto the plain. As we head down the track, we're getting closer to the sea at this point because I can see a lot of sandbars out there. Looks like the tide is out, and it looks as though someone's fishing out there as well. Chap just passed me with a rod in his bucket. Looks like he's going out to fish off that point out there and waiting for the tide to come in, I guess. So can't be too long. Well, we're getting out to the end of it now, as far as it goes. And from here you can see over to the left is the pier off in the distance. And if we go right, we should be able to see the mouth of it. Here we go. There's some birds out there too, which I'll get the camera for and with a telephoto on it and see if I can get a picture of them. And the fishermen are there waiting. There's a lot of birds out here. Don't know what they are. Might be seagulls. No, they're black and white. It might be oyster catchers, I think. Well, that should be enough to identify them anyway. Here's a little crab in his hole just here. He's feeding himself there. At the moment we're at a lookout at Port Neal, and we're about to take a walk in the sand dunes, which we took last time, and there was quite some unusual things on it. There's a township over there of Port Neal and their pier. We're going to do this walking trail here that I spoke about. The beach is out up that way. And see if we can find these things I was talking about on this track. Doesn't look like many people use the track anymore. It's quite tight in areas. That's the first one. It's up here. They're silhouettes or cutouts. And this one's a hawk or an eagle. Here's another one of a rabbit here.
All the plaques on top of them are gone.
They used to have plaques on top, did they?
Yeah, see all the buttons and everything?
Yep. We're coming up to another one up here. Looks like it's a kangaroo and a cocky on top. Quite well done. Well, after doing the tractor, we come to the conclusion that someone's come in the back way and pinched half the things we were trying to find. When we went to the lookout at Port Neal, we were actually staying at Tumby Bay. We spent 10 days at Tumby Bay and just explored the areas from there. Port Neal was about 50 k's away, so we went up there and then came back the back road along the ocean and was in quite good condition, and we're travelling up towards Golf Course on that right now, and we eventually get down to Lipson Cove, which has a nice little camping area that they're doing up at the moment, and looks like it's going to be a great spot to put your caravan or camp. I probably should have mentioned the fields of yellow canola on the right hand side that we just passed there too. As we come up this hill, you can see the canola over to the right there growing, or starting to. Some of the fields are completely yellow. Looks quite spectacular. And down the sides of the roads, of course, all these gazanias, which are a weed. They're the orange flowers and yellow flowers you can see on the sides of the road. Driving the coast road back towards Tumby Bay, and this is Cowley Beach. Quite a nice beach. There's donated camping up the top with a sign that says stay at your own risk. Cowley Beach. Well, we're coming down to Lipson Cove at the moment, and we just came around the corner and saw this, so we thought I'd get a bit of footage of it. There's people down there on the beach. Well, we've arrived at Lipson Cove, so we'll have a look around here. There's a little creek here. It's actually where the waters come in with a higher tide, and it's still sitting there. So, great place for kids to have a paddle and swim in. I would have taken you in the camping area there, but they've got a bit of a barrier there, so we can't get in to have a look, but it looks like it's going to be a fantastic little camp area for caravans and tents in the future, and it shouldn't be too long off, I'd say. After looking at a bird book, I think these are crested terns. Maybe the ones up earlier were crested terns as well. If you've got this far, thanks for watching. The next video will be on the southern end of the Eyre Peninsula, and then we'll go up the coast from there towards Western Australia.